Hello everyone, and welcome back to Primordia, where we've entered the underworks
I don't want
below
that sludge in my joints.
Metropolis. I think it was called Metropolis. Anyway, it's in the submersibles. Junk. It's a rope.
There's no way. Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here.
Oh, ha! Oh, hey! Now look what I see. The wings of Urbani and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, crime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro,
Why are you here?
when we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Shrunken of honor from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Hogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Okay then. Exit.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk.
Do I want to go there?
For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
Okay, can I?
For now, that thing best to...
Okay, so I can't. Okay, that's okay.
There's something up. I can't reach it for... I can't pop... Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
Oh, we have a decryption module. Okay, so...
Crispin, I'm going to latch this onto you. Try using it on the keypad over there.
Success!
Let's go. Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Is that robot's a lady girl?
That's Barb.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio No-Build, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio build, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropole's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
Did you say Arbiter Man-Built? As in, built by Man himself?
Yes.
Does Man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But Man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about Man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the All-Builder, our Lord and Master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
But it's also perfectly possible, Horatio, that
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was
is
stolen
an
by Big
artificial
Robot.
construct
Big
based on
claws, shoots
humanity.
lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even Charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind.
The law.
But I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
Fair enough.
Oswald and Cornelius Factorbuilt would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise, but nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What is the nature of their dispute?
They are fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
I see. I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence.
Thanks.
It has been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
That's it? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need Law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
It's been completely...
Well. Now we know.
Boss, why am I getting the feeling you don't even know her name? I think you may be rushing into things.
If only.
Oh, there we go. That's the exit. Well, now we have a key card to go visit Arbiter, and we also have a verdict for the two odd jobs.
They look like
which is
they...
good.
This vehicle look... It's rusted shut.
I'm sure we have a tool that can sort
I've
that
scraped
out.
off the rust.
You don't scrape off the rust, you
Well, let's see what we've got here.
yank it open.
Let's see if I can... Hopefully I won't be holding on to this end.
Engine, fan belt. And now we
Let me see.
have... Now we have an engine to barter for that motor, so that we can get that motor back
Here you
to...
go, Leopold.
Not bad at all. You're a real
222.
Is that a compliment or an
Weird
insult,
robot
boss?
in front of the...
Top me off, will you?
Wait a minute. This
front of the
motor's
robot.
broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Cairo. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that.
Put me down for another
Now you
medicine.
want to trade? Let's trade.
So the copper wiring of the motor has been stripped, but that's okay because we actually
Hey,
have copper
she
wiring.
gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Okay, so what's... Oh, it's a minigame. Oh no, I think I've messed that already. No, they can't be like that. I hate these, I'm bad at these. Let's see if I put that through there. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna put that through there. That just through there. This one I'm gonna snake through.
And one more
And there
piece
we
of
go.
junk is operational.
That was a surprising bit of minigame. And also something I'm bad at, so that's okay. Well, bad at, but luckily not bad enough to actually have massive problems. Okay, so Oswald Cornelius.
Clarity Arbiter Build has judged your case.
A fitting choice.
Indeed.
Then here's her decision. A petitioner claiming buildership of the disputed res, that is, the robot, bears the burden of proving buildership by preponderance of the evidence. In this dispute, there are in fact two cases, each with a petitioner, Oswald and Cornelius. Neither petitioner has borne the requisite burden, therefore, neither may claim buildership. The res known as Rex shall therefore be deemed null-built.
Outrageous.
Surely, sir, this is a mistake.
It is what it is. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were.
Indeed. Wait!
Well, hats off to Clarity, I guess.
It is true that neither actually presented any evidence as to why.
My joy rises like a phoenix. You are silent, but you know the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
Battle boot.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company, reporting.
Horatio Nobuild, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuild, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
This sod. Finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as Primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
Assume he's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropole got to fighting over something.
Oh,
Who knows
Metropole.
what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropole's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropole, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
Okay, so the robo in the Undercity that we had a chat with, the one that rhymes, is Primer.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it cancelled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, sir, until someone shows me the law that says I don't have to pay, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Right, okay. I wonder if we can change the hat with Leopold. Well, barter.
Let me see.
Come take a memory access device. I'll trade it for something real antique and fancy.
Well, we do have something.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about this hat?
A fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is
Okay, so we have a memory access device.
that was easy.
Lacks a plug.
Even easier.
Now we have a data pouch and a reader.
Horatio Null built version 5. I am Metromind. I
Hello.
have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Shit. Well, before I venture, because now that I have the reader on there, I assume I can do more stuff, maybe related to Primer, maybe, but even more. So I'm actually gonna check what's here because we haven't.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
Bus stop. Buses run every 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make...
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
Okay, so all that's here is a bus stop on the sad little road. But right,
There's nothing more.
there's nothing more to say to you. I agree.
Believe that.
Bag.
Laws?
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed.
Under the refuge rule, you're fine, given the minimal damage you caused.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Sonic P-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Okay, excellent. And now we can go inside and see Arbiter.
Ram and ROM. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on.
That is
Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nullbelt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system. I can't read.
So someone
Meaningless legal documents.
has actually ripped out the memory or the database of Arbiter, so Arbiter can no longer.
Totally.
Is there anything else to be illuminated? It's quite dark in there. Can we approach Arbiter? We can.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
True.
Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm.
Not hitting Arbiter is also gonna do no good.
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself. There's nothing I can... It's downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. Withdraw from the council, would...
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected. Surrender.
Hide.
So that's Scraper. Probably got something. Well, we do have the signal transmitter, so we can...
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Alt.
Now.
You are under arrest.
We tricked him.
Alt. Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see. He'll just gun me.
Is that the bomblet that was given by...
Surrender.
It would just provoke. It would just...
So it's 6... and then...
Nothing.
I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue.
9.
It was the bomb from the next cradle and I haven't a clue.
He'll just...
7, yeah. Go ahead. I would love to try out codes, but I have no place to start from. I know that the 6 is the detonation thingy. What was our bomb? I think 3, 5. So this would then presumably hopefully be 3... either 3, 4 or 3, 6. Oh, that's 6. So. Well, let's try 3, 4. And then 1.
Nothing.
2,
Nothing. Nothing.
3,
Nothing.
4,
Nothing.
5, 6,
Nothing.
7. 7. I doubt that killed him.
You got him, boss. You got him.
Doubtful.
Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So now we need to go and see Clarity.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No. It's not that. Arbiter is gone, and Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity... It looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind...
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros. My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories. 2 of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password. Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new Primordium.
Progress? Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter, only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity. Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind, about her proposal to be made System Administrator of Metropol.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
What have I done?
Metromind. Here she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void, so I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
Keys
As I was
are
saying,
so
we will need
last
the key code.
minute.
Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files, 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
So... Okay. Oh! But there's the thing. Here in the Underworks, the other path, the path that we couldn't enter, contained Factor.
They're much too quick to catch.
Deactivate it and give it to Metromind as a warning?
Primer. Hello, Primer.
What is that? Metropole's Lana crawled back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor still works.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has found no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
Do not expect sympathy from those you attacked, Urbanian. Any who surrendered would have been spared. The law of war assures nothing more, nothing less.
So 187 is your brother.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no funner for being a brother of mine.
Why doesn't Clarity like you?
No great riddle, my wandering friend.
Don't waste your time waiting for his doggerel. This Urbanian has damaged and compromised numerous systems in Metropole, including the bridge that led to my island.
Here I stand, dear Lawbot, so put me in chains. But if you will not, then please, don't complain.
My attention is directed elsewhere at the moment. Nevertheless, I advise you to be gone by the time my other matters are resolved. If not, you will find that though the gears of law grind slow, they nevertheless grind criminals like you to powder.
As much as I'm enjoying this bickering, and really I am, maybe we can just all team up to take down Metromind?
No.
No.
Bro.
Oh, switch off.
Yeah.
There's a shell just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or something?
I've seen him quite often, though he'll not see me. And so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could, I would not, but the choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain to be further primed.
I know you're a code breaker, Primer. Can you crack the council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
The challenge is yours, my wandering friend. A pity indeed if you can't last till the end.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Farewell, farewell. Your mission is...
So I shall go into this screen here. Like colors of the
Whoa. Did you have to do that?
Yes.
Anyway, so that is, I assume, then Factor. But this is where I'm going to leave this for now. It's been 45 minutes or so, and yeah, thank you once again for joining me, and join me next time.
You know, I can see how some of
a
this
little
junk
bit more
ended up down
Primordia.
here, but cars,
So for now,
turbines,
thank you.
what's
Goodbye.
the story?
Large